Today I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. Let's get started on this table. The table firmed up really nice. That's wiggling now because it's two legs are different length now, but I mean it's just very slight, but it's used to wobble all over. But now I'm going to take a wet rag and go over and wipe everything off, clean it all up, get it ready for painting. I'm not going to sand this because the surface is pretty rough already, so I'm just going to clean this up. Get all the dust and cobwebs and stuff off of it, and be ready for paint. I'll go over that whole thing, top, bottom, sides. I've opened my can of painting. You always want to stir it up really well. Now this is white, but paint tends to separate as it sits. So just a stir stick, I use it, works really well. And my favorite brush of all time is a 2-inch angled. It's big enough to cover fairly big areas fairly fast, but it's also, you can get in the real little nicks and crannies, and the angle it's very versatile brush, my favorite. I'm gonna clean this, use a brush to get the paint off of the stirring stick, and then what I like to do is put the brush in the paint and then dab it on the side, not up at the rim. If you do it at the rim, it tends to get over and get in the crack, and then it's a pain to put the cover back on. It's hard to do it this small, but I'm going to start at the top. And sometimes I'll put the paint into an ice cream bucket or a bigger bucket. Then it's easier to wipe it on the side of the bucket and get the excess paint off. But I'm going to start at the top. And then work my way down. That way, if I do drop any drips, they're going to land on places that I haven't painted yet, and I can just smooth it out before it dries. So I need to get up inside here, because this may be visible, or it will be visible from the side, especially if you're sitting in the chair on the floor. These turned legs, you have to work horizontally to get paint on those the smoothest. You want to be careful on not flicking it because the paint can fly all over the place. So I've put down newspaper on the top of the ping pong table to protect it from any drips, but you got to be really careful with these legs and doing it that way, because when the brush goes across and then it releases, it can pull those brushes back and then release it, and it can flick paint. So you just want to go real easy. And but this brush just works really well for getting into these little crooks and crevices, and works real well. So I'm gonna work from the top down and get a coat on this. I've got one coat of paint on. I am impressed with the coverage. There's still some of the dark wood showing through, but another coat should hide most of that. So I'm going to put another coat on. And there, the table is completed. I put 3 coats of paint on it, and I was impressed how that paint covered, especially with a dark surface. But check out my other videos. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment below. Have a great day.